Oh shit. Araya left Atro's punk ass for dead. Now we already knew coming into this that Araya was better, but this shit was ridiculous. Anyway, Araya's beating his ass down bad. I mean, he's beating the brakes off this motherfucker. And Atro starts to notice something just doesn't feel fucking right. He was able to hold on for a second, but he kept saying, something isn't right. What is it? And I told you, punk ass motherfuckers, it's the fact that he's left-handed. Didn't I say that? So he's hitting it towards his backhand and making him use his backhand. He never had to use his backhand so much. Not only that, even though he's using his backhand, even though he can use his backhand against a right-handed opponent, your forehand's stronger. Forehand is stronger. So it's a stronger attack on the backhand that he never had before. He's never had to use backhand so much, and is stronger and faster. So he's got a big weakness. And Araya is like, I'm going to take full advantage. He said, I'm going to fuck this guy in the ass. He said, sorry about it. He said, I got to do this. Using that left hand like a motherfucker. Going across court all day long. Anyway, I think at one point he had said that he wondered why it happens to right-handed people, like why they have such a hard time playing against lefties. You got to understand. And people going to say, well, don't lefties have the same disadvantage? Yes, they do. They have the same exact disadvantage. It's the same thing. But the problem is learning how to play, they play against right-handed people all the time. So they never notice. They always play awkwardly. And then when you play against a left-handed opponent, it'd be the same thing. It'll feel normal. It feel even more normal. So they remember when Atro was playing against Orion, they said that he didn't notice that he had a left-handed advantage, was because their skill level was so far apart that you can't notice the difference. Okay, this is the difference between them. This much is skill. This much is the simple fact that he's left-handed. How you gonna tell? You can't tell. You just know he's better than you. He's beating the brakes off you. But then now that their skill levels are closer, he's starting to realize, damn, something is still giving him an advantage. Why do I feel so awkward playing fucking backhand so much against a stronger, forehand? That's how it is. So I told you it was going to give him an advantage. Oh, and left-handed players, when they come in off the bat, they got that advantage. That disadvantage. They're already playing with it. They already know. Most of the people they play against is right-handed, so they can't even really tell. But a right-handed person, most of the people they're playing against is right-handed. Let's for instance, if a right-handed player played against mostly left-handed players all the time, like let's say 90% of the people they played against was left-handed, it'd be the same thing. He'd be so used to it he wouldn't even notice, and he'll say, "Damn, these left-handed players have a hard time against right-handed players. I wonder why." Because they just don't have much experience. Everything they're doing is mirrored. It's the opposite. Everything is being flipped. Anyway, Araya won the first set, and now they got two more left, meaning Atro has to win 2 in a row. That's going to be hard. The person who wins the first one already put pressure on this person who wins the second one. On the person who wins the second one. On the person that they're playing. My bad, because that means that person has to win that second one. They have to. The pressure's on. The person who wins the first one, the second one is optional for them. They want to win the second one, but it's optional. If they lose the second one, they can still win the third one. It's not as much pressure. It's not as mentally exhausting on them. But that's pretty much what we had left in the match with. Atro has a disadvantage because he's right-handed. What you call it, Mariah is stronger, faster. And they said that your physique actually plays a big role in it. And they absolutely are right. So sort of like taller players have an advantage in basketball or in ping pong. They just have an advantage. Younger people have an advantage in chess. It just works that way. People say, if you try hard, you can make it. All you gotta do, you try hard. I gotta talk about that shit one day. People just sound fucking stupid when they say shit like that. If you try hard, you can be great. You can be great. You got to try hard. That's stupid. Yes, you have to try hard to be the greatest. Yes, if you try hard, you'll make it further than most people would, because most people don't even get involved in sport. And the people who get involved in sport, most of them don't try hard. But all it takes is for somebody to try just as hard as you and have bigger hands, and they will win. Because everything helps them win. So being taller helps, being more skilled helps, being faster helps. It's sort of like running. Somebody could be a runner, a sprinter, right? And them being taller makes them so that they can run faster than you. Why? Because they take longer strides. You could be running faster than them and they would still win just because they're taking longer steps. That it's science to this, motherfuckers. It's science to this. Araya is bigger, stronger. He's bigger and stronger. His legs are stronger. He's a little bit faster than H-Row, so he can get to things quicker. He's got longer reach, not by a lot, but longer reach. He can reach out longer, so that means his backhand isn't as much of a disadvantage. He plays against right-handed people all the time, so that's not a disadvantage for him. He just got, just the physical aspect of it. He could take harder shots. He could dish out harder shots just based on the fact that he's bigger and stronger. Why do you think men have an advantage in sports? People just, they talk dumb shit all the time. Why do men have an advantage in sports? Women can be just as good but still won't win because they're not as strong or faster or as fast as men or as big as men. Like it was American Ninja, right? Their contest where they do the obstacle course. It was a woman that was running it. She was very good, but she could not make it because she wasn't tall enough. Well, I ain't gonna say she couldn't, but it became a lot more difficult when she got to the part where she had to swing. She had to use those rings and swing. It was hard for her to reach. It wasn't hard for her to do it. It was just hard for her to reach because she was shorter. Could she have made it? Yeah, she could have. But it was so much more difficult just based on the fact that, if it would have been one guy, he had a disadvantage because he was too tall. He was too tall. It was harder for him to swing. So your physique makes a big difference. People talk that dumb shit. You got to use what you have to your advantage. But sometimes just somebody having just something slight over you, just being a little bit bigger than you, will make a huge difference. What you call Mayweather, pound for pound, the best boxer on the planet right now. But when he fight against bigger opponents, he has a tough time. That's how it works. Anyway, let me go ahead and check the comments. Because people always tell me that dumb shit. All you gotta do is try fucking hard. The next dude is trying just as fucking hard as you. The next dude is trying just as hard as you. Look, you'll tell one guy you can beat this motherfucker, just try hard, right? And then you tell the next guy you could beat this motherfucker, just try hard. Well, now they're playing against each other. One of them's got to lose, and whichever one you lose, you're going to tell that guy, why didn't you win? One of us had to fucking lose, and it just turned out to be me. I don't get that. Motherfuckers act like they're stupid. You don't get the fact that somebody has to lose? Both of them can't win? If I tell two people that are playing tennis that you have to win and the only thing you have to do is just try hard, then the next dude, I tell him the same thing. And then when one of them lose, all they're going to do is tell the one person that won, oh, you won because you tried harder. No, he tried just as hard. You might have won off a fluke. These people just sound fucking dumb. They make sense in the sense that you're going to play better when you have confidence in yourself, and if you try harder. Yet, shit, this damn fly landed on my head. I hate that shit. It pisses me off. I need that bug assault gun, and I shoot the fuck out of it. Shoot the living fuck out of it. I got about 4 more days left of this shit. Hopefully less than that. Maybe, you know how long it takes for you to get rid of them. It takes like a week. But anyway, shit, where was I at? Somebody got to lose, period. Let me just check the comment section. Somebody's got to fucking lose. That's like saying men should play against women in the NFL, and then they'll tell the women, "Oh, just try hard." You can try as hard as you want to fucking as hard as you want. Try as hard as you fucking want. You can put in double the amount of training and still won't be able to beat the men just because they're bigger and stronger and faster. Just based on that, and there's nothing you can do about that. It'll be a couple women that's doing just as good as the men, but overall, they'll just get blown the fuck out. I don't fuck with baby steps, but I'm tired of seeing you in the struggle. So here I am. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Okay, the difference between men and women in athletics. Just look at the NBA versus WNBA. And yes, WNBA still exists. Yeah, but look, some of them women are just as skilled as the men. Just in pound for pound, some of them are even better than the men, but they can't win because they're not as strong or fast or big. They just can't win. They could be better than the men and still won't win. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Don't get it twisted. Try your best, try hard, think that you can win, all that stuff. But just know that reality dictates shit. Some of this stuff ain't all mental. Some of this stuff is reality. Anyway, go ahead, leave your comments, like the video. Oh, wait, whoops, I forgot. I'm going to give this 4.5 out of 5. I like the way they took cover over how people, left-handed people got an advantage and whatnot. It's just the way it is. Some of that stuff, you can win. There's people that win, like Mayweather, like I said, he's a right-handed boxer. He beats left-handed people. He beat every left-handed person he came up against. Of course, it wasn't that many. But I'm just saying, like, you can do it, and some people are gifted, and some people get used to certain things they're able to accommodate, but it doesn't always happen. And on top of that, you can say the same thing to the other side. They'll say, "Well, this guy he beat 10 people by himself." Yeah, and each one of those 10 people could beat 10 people by themselves, right? Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, good episode. They covered over people's advantages that you cannot compensate for. Like Atro just can't just magically become left-handed. He can start playing left-handed. Some people do that. I think I can't. Who's that guy? He's a tennis player. He plays left-handed, but he's right-handed. Shit. Nadal or some shit. I can't remember his name. Dude, he played against Federer just a couple years back. Nadal or some shit. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broken. You got the power to change that. Peace.